Good evening and welcome back to the Mindful Model Makers Workshop. We're actually in the workshop. As you can see here, this is one of the PS model slate wagons that I've made. These hooks will be coming off actually. I've worked out a better way of doing it. I'm waiting for the little free link couplings to come, and then I'll make another video of you showing it pulling the wagons and also propelling the wagons, because I've worked out what's wrong. But anyway, I've left them on there for now. Now, the other thing I want to do on this railway, I want to make it look a bit realistic at times. Now, obviously, when the slate wagon is empty, it will look like that. Now, I've explored the internet, and you can buy infills to go in here with dummy slates. And the thing is with them, they are solid resin. Now, these locos that I'm going to use for pulling these are not that strong, but they're strong enough, and they will. I've tested it. There is a video on the channel that I did at the weekend with 4 of these going along behind the loco quite happily. So what I've been thinking, well, I want to put inserts in them, because one minute I would like them to go down to a certain place. They might go perhaps through a little tunnel bit into like a quarry or something like that, and then when they come out they can have the slate in, and then when it gets to the other end you can take them out and they can come back empty, and you've got like a realistic working railway. That's my theory at the moment. Now, if I buy these resin blocks, they're quite dear actually, and I want 4 of them. It's going to cost me quite a lot of money. So I thought, right, how can I get around that? So what I decided to do was, because I'm using the Foamex to build my buildings, it's a lovely light material, because these have now got a weight on them, the one that you put on the car tyres, and it makes it about right. So that's, I think, all you need to do on that to make it have a little bit of, to stop it jumping about too much. It's just about enough from what I worked out. Now, what I come up with then was to make a load that can go inside. Now, this is made out of Foamex. So what I've done is made a rectangular box. I wanted it to come slightly above the top of there, so you didn't see the thickness of the Foamex board. So I measured it, measured the size, and it needs to come in and out of this quite easily. And then what I've done, as you can hopefully see here, I've marked along the top. So they are the rows and rows of roof tiles. It needs another coat of paint really. I've only just done this so that you can see. So that's the individual tiles, and they're all stacked together because that's how they go in these slate wagons. So it's a rectangular box, glued together with super glue. It's quite nice, quite strong, and then painted, and I've done it with acrylic paint. It'll have another coat, and then it'll have a coat of varnish to seal it. Now, the good thing about that is it drops in like so. So when they're all going along, there's only going to be about 4 behind their locos, because that, I mean, that would be, if that's slate, that'd be a fair bit of weight, and they're only I don't know how many horsepower they are in real life, and that's what that looks like. So I'll bring it up so that you can see. So now we've got slate in there, so that can then disappear down, go through a little tunnel, so say behind that, and then when it's behind, you could take that out, and then the wagon come back out again and it's empty, and then you could transfer them to the other end, load up again, and there you are. So that's an easy fix for making a load to go in to your wagon. So I think because it hasn't really added much to the weight, this doesn't weigh a lot at all. It's very lightweight. So I'm going to make 3 more of them to go in, and then that will be the slate in the wagon, and you'll see that going through, disappear, and then the loco can come back later on empty with none in, and that's it. So all you need, cut out the rectangle on the top, and I've got it so that the thickness, which is there, comes just down below the bar on the side, so that when you drop that in, you don't see that thickness bit of the Foamex board. So it looks like the slate is coming all the way up to the top. And then, of course, you've got the rows and rows of them. And that's how, when they come out these quarries, and that's what they look like. So, yeah, you can improve by cutting it deeper. They're a bit uniformed. You could scoop a bit out so they're not protruding quite so much. You can do, you know, there's 101 things you can actually do to make it look better, but that's my basic idea. So it's a removable load and quite easy, just literally pop it out. So some good accurate measuring will do that, and then you just pop it in and you've got the load. So I hope you find that is a useful little thing to have for your wagons. The others are lovely, but if that was a solid block of resin, that would be 4 or 5 times heavier than that, and you got times that by 4. I think that loco would be under a lot of stress pulling that along. So now with that on there like so, we've got the old Hudson here. She can go on there like that, and she's quite happy then with her wagon on the back. So yeah, so I just came up with this idea because I thought, well, there's a problem, and I looked. I think they were about £14 each or something, the loads to go in, because they're a lot of money to make really out of solid resin. I think what I would have done is made a mould, but made something so it's the inside is not there, so similar to what I've done here, and then they can slip in and out. But of course with these I can make it exact fit to the actual wagon itself. So there it is, it can come out, and then we've now got an empty train. So yeah, I hope you find that very useful. If you like, please subscribe, and if you click the bell notification, you can then see all the videos as they're coming through. So when I get these little ideas, I'll put them on here, because there might be something somebody else wants to do, and yeah, so I've actually made one so you can see how it works, and it's as simple as that. So anyway, I'll see you in the next video. I'm busy painting the rest of the wagons. Obviously the weather's not brilliant at the moment to get out making track. I can only really do it at the weekends, and because we've freshly moved, I've got things like decorating to do as well. So yeah, so I have to try and fiddle it all round. But anyway, we are making some progress, and we are getting wagons now, so we will have something rolling in not too distant future really. We'll have it all going. Anyway, thank you. See you in the next video. Bye now.